Hi there. My name is Jack Hall. I'm a 75-year-old retired optometrist, and this is being filmed in my 1996 classic Holiday Rambler travel trailer. We're in Texas at the moment. We live in California. We've come to San Antonio to see the kids and the grandkids, and we'll be back in California in another 10 days or so. I've done a few YouTube videos about what else, working on an RV, because I've completely restored this classic trailer to almost pristine condition. And I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to talk about some obvious truths, and I've decided to kind of call it common sense, because common sense doesn't seem to be so common anymore. People seem to miss the obvious, and that's not exceptional. It seems it is the nature of humans to miss the obvious. In fact, I think a lot of the wisdom of the world, when you hear it, you go, well, that's really obvious. The only thing is, you didn't think of it on your own, nor did I. It was something that had to be told to us. And so if you wish to say in the comments, well, that was really obvious, that's the point. Yes, it is obvious, but there are a whole bunch of people that have missed it. And the reason I know they've missed it is because I see them acting as though they don't understand that basic idea. And a classic example is the suitcase. 5,000 years ago, give or take 4,000, 3,000, the Egyptians invented the wheel. At least that's what we've been told. And people were always hauling their stuff in a box, going from one place to another. So they got to a point where they made special little trolleys to carry their possessions on. And then they got to the point where they made a dolly that you could put your box of goods on. And it wasn't until 1972 that somebody decided, hey, I know what I'll do. I'll put the wheels on the box, and then you don't have to look around for something with wheels. Well, that's somewhere around 2,000 years that a really obvious thing was missed by virtually everyone. And I maintain that the same thing is going on with hundreds, thousands of things that are right in front of our noses today, and nobody has thought to say, hey, why don't we do it this way? So I'm going to try and point out some of the things that I'm seeing. I'm not at all saying that I'm the absolute authority. I'm not. I just have thoughts. I'm hoping that perhaps my thoughts can stimulate your thoughts, and that others of you will say, hey, I can do as good a job as he can, and I have some thoughts which aren't the same as his, and I want to put those out there. Great. Please do that. If you have thoughts which differ from mine or are on different topics, and you don't think you can do as good as me, I would still urge you to get out there and make your own videos and put them out there. We need lots of people talking about what they hold to be common sense facts, because common sense seems to have left the room in a very big way. This is just kind of an introductory video. It's like, number 1 of season 1. I'm trying to lay down some of the ground rules. One of them is that I plan to do no name calling. It offends me that people call people names in the news. I don't think that is decorous. I don't think it's necessary, and I think it actually cheapens the message that they have. So I get it. It's hard to say that guy has to be a complete idiot if he feels that. It's hard not to say that when you see it and you're offended by it. But I'm going to try not to engage in name calling. I'm also going to try very hard not to swear. I think it's fitting and proper that if you're a public figure or you're speaking in public, that you should refrain from using swear words. It just simply reveals that you are at a loss for words, that you have to have some kind of a filler in there. And I think it's offensive. Having said that, I swear far more than I ever should in my everyday life, and one of my New Year's resolutions is to reduce that, because I do find it offensive. So anyway, enough about that. The segments are going to be around about 10 minutes, mainly because I don't want to make it so that it just drags on. And even though I'm retired, I'm a busy person, and after about 20 minutes, I'm wanting to get on to something else. My attention's starting to lag, and I can't tell you how many times I watch how-to videos, and they make me watch them screw in 10 screws. Well, one would have done. You don't even need them to show me any screws being screwed in because I know how to put a screw into a hole. But in any case, I'm going to try not to belabor the point as much as possible. And some of them are going to be very short. Some of them, in order to cover the subject, I may have to go much longer. Again, I'm aware of the time, and I'm going to try very hard not to exceed 10 minutes. I hope to do one segment every 10 days or so, sometimes more often, sometimes less often. I have a feeling, I don't know, but I have a feeling that you're going to see this particular set a lot because we tend to be on the road a lot. If I get an idea, I have the camera with me, I've got the tripod with me, I'll just set it up, and this will be the studio where it gets set. And if you have any thoughts, if you have any topics you'd like to see me cover, if you have any ways that I might be able to improve the format from the gate and under the outline that I've given you, I'd love to hear it. If you can reach me at EyesGuyModesto, that's EYESGUYMODESTO @gmail.com. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.